Hello, my beautiful soul. Welcome to this reading and warm welcome to this channel. There's a reason why you're here. Well, it's because your spiritual team and your guides have asked you to click on this because there's a message here for you. Now, let's have a look. What's in your mind? We're gonna have three groups. Okay, I'm gonna turn the cards up, faced up. And perhaps whatever resonates with you the most. Don't overthink it, because it's only a couple seconds. It's your intuition when it's working. Let's dive in straight away, okay? And see group number one, what's you need to talk about. Magnetic. Oh, interesting. Group number two, interview. And group number three, pressure cooker. Ever so interesting. So please choose a group, what you want to talk about. Whatever you get pulled to, that is your group, okay? So if it doesn't resonate, it's absolutely fine as well. Pop into another. So I'm going to put timestamps in as well so you can see it. By the way, thanks so much for being here. When you like and comment and share and subscribe, it really helps me to help you. And that's what I call energy exchange. Let's ready go. Group number one, you chose magnetic. Okay, and this is crazy. You could say, if you live in Northern Hemisphere, you could say, oh my God, is the April, and I'm filming in April, but it's timeless. Is the April or the spring gone to my mind? I'm feeling crazy because there's an idea, maybe that is very bonkers, maybe traveling, because look, you don't know really where you're going, or you don't know where this could bring you to, but it kind of feels like there's some sort of idea. You can't maybe measure it. Okay, maybe there's someone who says, okay, let's go to, I don't know, Spain or a different part of the world, or do this, and you feel like, wow, it's crazy, but every time I think of it, it's just my heart beats harder, my heart feels so happy, so free. Maybe yes, I have some responsibilities, yes, maybe I have some sort of beliefs that I should or shouldn't do in my life, but I have this feeling that it kind of feels like you literally, maybe some of you want to sell things that you don't want or need anymore, and maybe move into tiny house, or actually start the movements in your area about this, completely changing your life. It's kind of like really free spirited thinking, ways of living. It could be as well, maybe there's a job offer that, or an opportunity is coming, and you're like, oh my God, I'd love to do this. And you always continue the sentence with but you cannot unexplain. Maybe, and it could be completely different. Maybe some of you live in city and you feel like, you know what, I always wanted to have house with a garden, or always wanted to work on field, or feeling the ground and earth and be part of it. And you know what, look, you will never know until you try it. Okay, so let's have a look. What it is this about, group number one, and what kind of advice the cards would like to give you. Okay, let's have a look. You're thinking, yes, oh my God, this is so interesting. Either this is creative side, is this writing a book, or what is it? Let me know in comment section. Okay, so it's ever so interesting because this person is kind of, you may be thinking of a person, maybe something you're feeling a strong pull, you know, maybe someone's saying, come on, live with me, let's go and travel, or do something, maybe do business together, do something together, dip your toes in and come out of your comfort zone, you know. And it kind of feels like, this sounds interesting, because look at his face. He's like, oh, that sounds very exciting. But look, life is like the ice cube. It is melting. And we do realize that later on in life that we actually regret things we didn't do rather than what we do, right? So let's have a look. What else is here? Group number one, very exciting. What is going on in your life? What it is you want to do. If you don't mind, share. I know some of you are very private, and that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But if this is travel, maybe to some sort of train or automobile, if this is writing a book or being creative, put something else that resonates with that. Rest. Isn't this interesting? And we have boundaries and relief. Okay, this is definitely I having sense of feeling that you want to come out of what you're doing. Is this completely different what you do day-to-day basis? Is this maybe starting new hobby, starting something else? It is kind of like relief as well and interesting. It's kind of like you want to um kind of connect to this. Is double two, so it's two relief, releasing something. Look how she has this kind of third eyes opening. Maybe this is something to do with spirituality work. Is this maybe starting to pick up a course and explore more on astrology or tarot or signs and astronomy and all the kind of stuff, right? But it's so out there. I feel as though some of you are coming out of your comfort zone, perhaps, and this is something maybe goes against your what you've been taught in school, in family, in community, in church, perhaps even, and you feel like, I just want my soul to rest. I just really want to heal, and you feel like this could really, it's like an onion. You are, maybe some of you are hiding. Okay, we have the void. Some of you have been avoiding this or hiding it, and you feel like, I need to come out. Either you're gonna come out publicly to announce it, or you for yourself, you want to announce it to yourself first. I need to do this because, oh, thank you. This one was okay. Someone is calling you. Someone is calling you or about to call you. This is acceptance. Someone is giving you the hand here. Isn't, oh my goodness, look at that. I'm not joking. What you see here, that someone is holding someone's hand there, both of them. Here, there's that card coming. The card, the hand is coming down, and the feeling of someone is calling you, someone is pulling you. Come here, listen to this. You feel like guided. It's kind of like step by step. Do this, and you're gonna do that. You're gonna meet this person or read this book, and this book will lead you to other book, and or something along the lines. And then step by step by step by step, you're coming closer to this. Inner child. It's being really funny. Like you feel like maybe black sheep in your family. I don't know why did I say that, but I did. And you feel like you are tired of hiding something. Maybe you're tired of not being yourself. You just want to be you, like that little black kitten walking around in a full moon, okay, on the roofs. Don't walk around the roofs in full moon, okay? But it's this kind of inner child. It's like a, you want to come out. You want to release that what's inside you. You want to follow that calling. That calling is not going away, and I'm gonna tell you straight away, okay? Group number one, that I'm gonna promise you that it's not going away, and it's for a reason. Let's have a look what tarot would like to add. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. You could make money with this. You're gonna be very good at this. And Page of Cups. This is a change of path. This will change everything. You're gonna learn a lot. Underneath we have another Page of Pentacles. You will learn how to make money. You will learn how to live, how to nurture yourself, how to do everything. But with the Queen of Pentacles, it feels like you have the whole world in your hands. This is your call. You are the queen, and queens are patience and listening. But this is about decision making and influence. Only you can make this decision. But this decision, oh boy, it could change the entire life. Every decision changes our lives, in fact, right? Indeed. Okay, let's have a look what else. What advice you need? What is the advice? Group number one. I'm ever so excited. Nine of Swords. Don't worry about it. Don't fight it. I feel like some of you have had really and usually fear and either depression is because of the past or what people's gonna think, how things gonna work out, and it's all in your head. It is indeed. And what you can't see underneath here, there's a King of Pentacles. You're going to reach the point. We have the counterparts, Queen and King of Pentacles. That means things are going to come together. Either you're going to meet that right person and the right time for whatever soul contract timing you have. But it kind of feels like it will make sense when this happens, or whenever it happens on this process and in this period of time. It might not make sense at the time, but it will later on. There's a huge shift is happening in your life right now. There's a huge pull. You feel it literally, like, the moon is pulling the water, the tide in and out. You have this strong pull, and you just not can't brush it off easily. Look, I'm not suggesting what you shouldn't do, but it's a very strong, and I'm saying these strong words because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling your pull. I'm feeling your pull as well. Okay, let's pull one more card. Pull one more card. Okay. What your next step should be. Two of Swords. Think outside the box. Sometimes when you look around, you look for everyone else's approval, everyone else's confirmation, because the answer is within. Always. Always. Perhaps you look for love in the wrong places. Perhaps you look for advice in the wrong places. And along the line, the answer is there within you. 8 Wands. I'm definitely seeing travel, quick movement. I feel like as soon as you make this decision, even tiny bit, you're gonna give your little finger, and it just, the universe is gonna grab it, and feel like you're gonna see maybe a lot of Wheel of Fortunes happening, like a lot of twists and turns, but because maybe you need to have that, okay? And there's a lot of quick communication and travel and movement quickly, and that pull is not going away. That magnetic strong pull is not going away at all. So look within. The answer is within you. Don't be scared, okay? Of course, have healthy boundaries, but this fear of releasing, the fear of being judged, is not going to go away. At one point, you will have to learn to deal with things like this. Otherwise, you're going to suffer. Release that inner child, that little black kitten that you have. And who knows? You're going to meet or make that purpose come true. And that's all I have for you, my beautiful soul. Thanks so much for being here. But if you think someone else might benefit from this reading, please do share with them. Thank you so much for being here. And when you like and comment and share and subscribe, it helps me to help you. Alrighty. Ta-da! Hello, group number 2. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, interview, talk, conversation, get on the same page. Okay. Okay, straight away I'm hearing is maybe take some time out, have a conversation with yourself. I feel some of you have so much going on that there's just so much noise outside yourself. Maybe you're constantly putting headphones on and just like, so you don't want to hear it's your own thoughts. Maybe you don't want to hear your intuition talking to you, maybe giving you advice, and you kind of like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's too much going on. Okay. And I understand why you're doing it. It's purely because you want to soothe yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself, but it's important for you to have this conversation. Have a conversation about whatever is burning in your heart. But this again is, I feel like some of you have unfinished business either with the person, unfinished business with a person that you had a soul contract. Maybe you had either it's your ex or partner or your family member, or in a ways, and you might feel like, I just can't speak to them. And maybe you can write a letter, maybe you can leave a video call or audio call, or even speak from your heart on your own, but send that love and light. Whatever you do will do, okay? At least you know you've done your bit. At least you knew you tried. But I feel like there's something up in air. It's like that kind of unsaid words, unsaid, you know, that energy lingering in the air, and it's not going away. It's not going away. Though some of you perhaps are actually looking for a new job, we'll find out, or looking for a new partner, or to have a companion even, okay, kind of have sharing your life with. There is, I know various people are for various reasons here, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's have a look. Kippa. Marriage. Hello there. Okay, so this is interesting. So it is like maybe putting yourself out there. It is daunting to, it's the times have changed. I don't know where you live, how things happen in your place, okay? But I know many people just say, I just find it hard with these apps, and people don't meet like they used to meet in local dance hall or whatever. I know it makes me sound very old, but I'm not that old. But it kind of, you know, that kind of used, the life seemed used to be more simpler. Okay, it did kind of felt that the life was more simple years ago, and it was easier to meet people. Where now everyone's living their own world. Everyone lives with their headphones on. No one talks to no one on the train, right? And it's just heads are down. Everyone's in their own world. And it's maybe you just want to talk to someone, maybe you want to connect with someone, and I feel like that's someone, for some of you that's on your mind. But it could be as well kind of you want to connect, or is there connection is about to happen. Okay, let's dive in. This card is calling me. Okay, why is this card calling? Family room. This is something to do with family. Is this something to do with your family members, whichever they are, extended family? Maybe some of you need to kind of come together, or you have been apart for a long time, and it kind of feels like, you know what, how about we put an end to this riff, and you might actually start talking to each other and you realize, what was the whole argument about? I don't remember. Do you remember? No, I don't remember. But how would I thought you thought this, and I thought you said this, and it kind of got mixed up, like the Chinese whispers and broken telephones. If you ever were a kid, you played these kind of games, and look, things escalate. Okay, and it may perhaps it been for years even. All right, let's have a look at what else you need to know about this. Very interesting. Darkness. There has been some no communication at all for years. Power. I feel like you're gonna be the person who is either starting the conversation, being the bigger person, the better person, raising above the issue and raising above your ego in a way sometimes, you know, and like you feel, maybe you feel like, you know, do you know what? No one else is doing it. And this card, you didn't see on the camera, but this card is coming out as well. Faith. You have this faith, and this person maybe has this strong communication with you before, or not anymore, but you kind of deep down in your heart, you know, this person holds love and light for you. And maybe it's down to you now to, you know, raise above. Not easy pill to swallow, and because deep down in heart you knows, okay, whatever this person's gonna say back to you, or whatever happens, doesn't matter. What matters is that you did what you felt that you need to do. You felt like you need to reach out. It's kind of like connecting two dots, okay? And you have that power. I feel as well, some of you who are, you're very powerful when it comes to it. Sometimes you're not giving yourself enough credit for it. And I feel if you're going for work, there could be definitely good news coming your way, and feeling, you know what, there's a power in someone's head. And I'm going to tell you something interesting. Whenever you go for interviews and or meeting people that you need something from them, it's good to kind of finish that conversation like good luck on your search, or even though you want that job, okay, just to wish them good luck, and just say prayers sometimes, like if this is a place you really want, or something like that. You kind of send, like when you're on your own, just send the love and light, and ask them angels or your angels to talk to their angels and see what can come up together, okay? Kind of connecting those two dots. You're ever so powerful. You can make things happen, okay? Let's have a look. Rose, confidence. Oh my goodness, yeah. Rose is a symbol of love, okay? And it's a symbol of sometimes a struggle because of the thorns. However, it is kind of testing your confidence, maybe to speak in person who you never met before, maybe to look in their eyes and ask, how are you? And, or, hey, I'm looking for work, or hey, would you be able to help me? Or if you're not, maybe do you know someone else who's looking for people, and or so on. So it really kind of asking you to kind of come out and break that cycle, break that silence. Wake up, smell the roses, right? I do sense very strongly this is really, for some of you, is really coming out of your comfort zone. Big time. And it doesn't have to be like size 10 boot in the door and shouting and everything. But confidence can be very quiet. So is the power, and authority can be very, like the water finds its way where it needs to. That's what's called influence. It's not sometimes visible. Okay, maybe you're bringing two people together. Maybe you are creating situations where you can meet a person, or creating something, whichever that situation resonates with you. Let's have a look. Oh my god, Ace of Cups. There is definitely love around you, or it's coming your way, and it's reciprocated in a big time as well. And I do sense that, especially with this beautiful white dove with a little coin with a pentacle here, it's kind of like there is maybe new possibilities. Some of you are gonna get job offer, or change of course, or there's some sort of new path, and there's something changing and learning, because aces are beginnings. There's an ace in your love. It could be as well that, look, Page of Cups here as well is bringing the love and offer, and it kind of feels like, you know what, we can rebuild something, or build a new relationship, or whatever existing relationship was not more happy or healthy. It kind of feels like there's some sort of, it's like the glue. You are the glue, maybe between, there's a two parts of family that do not talk to each other, or it's yourself as well. It kind of has this feel that by you coming out and say, look, let's talk, or let's put the cards on the table, literally, okay, and just let's put this to an end. Life is too short. And you know what, you're like icebreaker. You will break so many people's that perception of who you are or what situations are. Thank you. That's, yeah. And it's kind of like closing that book of darkness. Okay, we have the darkness here, closing that period of time in Scorpio. Hello. It's, you know what, it takes guts. But in typical tarot, you would say that death is on sitting on a horse and it has a black flag. But in the black flag, and you know what's there? It's a rose. Well, and the flag is a white rose, and white rose symbolizes declaring peace. Declaring peace. It could be, not necessarily, it could be that maybe this kind of getting together could happen because maybe a family member passes, so you're meeting up maybe in a funeral, or whichever circumstances. That not always signifies actual someone's death, but it could be some sort of tragedy, some sort of unpleasant situation, could be that brought you together. Either this is a person or family members or whatever that is, and starting fresh new, drawing that line. So let's have a look. What a next action you need to take. What is this you need to do? You ready? Probably thinking, oh my goodness, what do I need to do? 3 swords. I'm just hearing it's not an easy pill to swallow. Hermit. Hello, Virgo. Learning to heal. That's what I'm hearing. 7 of Swords. Ace of Cups again. I feel like you have like this kind of, you know, if you look at the charts or some sort of, I don't know, it's like in cardiology or financial charts, it's kind of like up and down, up and down, up and down. It's kind of like I'm seeing that kind of thing. I don't know what it means in your life. Knight of Swords. Justice. Ten of Cups underneath. The truth is going to come out. What is interesting, what Hermit is saying here, what the Virgo is saying here. You hold the light. You hold your star. You hold your beliefs. You hold your values within yourself. Don't let anyone or anything to laugh at them or change them if you find them fit. And don't lower your standards for someone else. If someone is nasty to you, you know, in the Bible they say, you know, the saying, if someone hits on one cheek, you know, you turn the other cheek, you know. Not necessarily in that kind of ways. I'm not promoting violence and such. But what I'm feeling is like, there's a reason why someone is doing what they're doing. Either they're scared or they're frightened. And that's both the same, right? So they have been hurt. And they just, you know, when the dogs are frightened, they actually bark. That's why they do it. Well, probably some dog people will say that's not right, but it's very often, it's how they express, and they can sense the emotion, they can sense it. Back to the reading. Keep your values, keep your standards. Don't lower your voice. Don't lower what you say because someone else is starting to say something. It's kind of like, have that, you have your values, you have your standards, okay? And just keep it there. And be proactive for what you believe. And if that means, yes, I need to pick up the phone. Someone slammed the phone down because they got hurt. And maybe they just don't want to hear the truth. Pick the phone up or write a letter, whatever. Don't stop. And what that means is you need to do what you need to do. Because that, you can't not do it. It's kind of like the right thing to do. And we have Libra here. It's interesting. There's a lot of things going to happen around autumn period. Okay. We have the Virgo, we have Libra, we have Scorpio. It is such an interesting kind of pattern that things might actually happen. Significant things for you might happen actually whenever you're watching this in the autumn period. In 3 months time kind of period. But what is most importantly, there is a happiness within reach. There's a happy fulfillment. This is glass full. This is not half empty or half full, whatever. It's the glass full moment. And whatever that outcome is, you will feel like, I did what I had to do. Now we have the two aces here, right? We have two aces, two aces of cups. So there's offers. If you're looking for work, there will be more than one offer coming your way. And happy ever after. Happy ever after indeed. Right, group number 2, that's all I have for you. But if this resonates with you, thumbs up and let me know in comment section. If you feel like someone else may benefit from this reading, please forward to them, share with them. And yeah, I'll see you next reading. Ta-da. Hello, group number 3. Let's have a look what we have for you. We have pressure cooker. Rage, ready to explode. Why? You know why? Because you bottled up. You have been keeping in emotions, whatever the emotions are you're feeling. And I feel like that doesn't have to be just negative. It feels like some of you maybe are in love with someone and you are not expressing what you feel, maybe because you can't and you think it's not the right thing, it's not the right time. Maybe you're feeling there's something you want to say to someone and it's just like either you are scared of what the implication is going to be or you're scared of their reaction. It kind of feels like it has come to the point you just cannot take anymore because the bottle is full, the jar is full, and something has to give. and you're feeling that pressure. And it's just like, you got to release it, but in a healthy way, in a responsible way. And when you do afterwards, it's good to have a review. It's easier said than done, I hear you. But it's very important then to realize, do I have maybe communication issues? Why? And you might have a lot of problems with your throat because of it. Because you are constantly stopping it there in your throat. You're stopping the words coming out. Maybe you are stopping to express yourself. And you feel like you want to be maybe a singer and you're just not doing it. Or you feel like you can't do it. Or whatever you want to do, you feel like you're suppressed, constantly suppressed. You feel like you can't express your feelings, the way you feel, what you want to do. Maybe you live in an area or community where what you want to do is not acceptable. And deep down you feel, maybe some of you want to come out and want to live different life. It's just boiling within yourself. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling for you. I do feel for you. Let's have a look. Oh, very chatty keeper today. Let's have a look. What's this about? It could be your mom, could be your grandparents, could be very strong female or male, doesn't have to be, but it's a very strong authority person. It could be something to do. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. It is various things, and I'm going to quickly pass on the messages because they're just coming in. It is something to do with right or wrong as well. Maybe some of you are against some sort of things that's happening in the world, and you are against that someone's decision. Okay, it could be as well that you want to bring awareness to something. I'm not saying whistleblowing, but it kind of feels like there's some sort of awareness you want to bring. You are really upset how things been handled, perhaps, and you just want to, bring to light something. Something to do. Someone has said this is the right way to do, or beliefs, or whatever that is. It kind of, you don't agree with it. And it doesn't have to be who was right or wrong, but it's just something that you do not agree with, either with this person or is this authority. Is there some sort of old laws or some sort of misjudgment or event that has taken place even, and you feel very, very full of hurt. You don't understand why this has happened. You want answers. And it's so much in there, okay? But I feel like, okay, I'm gonna pull a card and I'm gonna tell you what. I got just the two messages. I'm just feeling someone just opened box. And it's not Pandora's box. It's kind of like, okay, let's start. As if like someone's opening a door or keeping the door ajar. There is a room for improvement. There is a room for conversation to happen. Let's have a look. No, I'm going to start with these guys. Let's have a look. In beginnings, absolutely. Look, there is a door. The door has been left open, okay? And it's new moon. It could happen around new moon, doesn't have to, okay? And we just had, when I was just past, we had just a total solar eclipse. I'm creating words as I'm going along, but there is a way out. But you have to go through that door. You have to go through that path. And it's down to you. There is new beginnings coming. Let's have a look. Isn't this interesting? I like this door because there's no actual door. It's like the alleyway. You go through this path. There is some sort of you cross a certain line and you're entering a new way of thinking, new way of world. Why is this about practical intuition? Some of you are healing grief. But has there been some sort of disagreement in a family or with a person about relationships, perhaps even? And some of you are healing. It could be as well very often it has been some time and you feel like it's time for me to move on. And it doesn't have to be with everyone, but maybe you have gone through some trauma or some grief, and you want to move on. Maybe you had a partner or friend and you just want to move on. You need to move on. Maybe you feel like you have been held back, or you thought you've been held back, that you can't move on, as if you can't find someone else, or finally take off the black clothes, or actually enjoy the life again, because it doesn't stop you from loving that person, a soul. Maybe someone's past, or someone has moved on. Maybe you have found yourself single again. Maybe you found yourself on your own, misunderstood, and kind of, because grief, what you're feeling with the grief is the price for love. And you wouldn't feel these feelings if you didn't love either this person or believed into something. And I'm feeling as well that what these cards are suggesting here as well, it's time to release. Time. Oh, wow. Okay, this is interesting. As she's touching the ground, you might actually feel as well, when you touch ground, if you take off shoes and walk in the grass, or you touch the water, or touch the grass, touch the nature with your hands, you will feel grounded, you will feel healed. And you might feel that energy of, wow, have you ever done Tai Chi? Please do. It's absolutely amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe my palms were burning from that energy, hyperness, and it was like so powerful thing. Absolutely, everything is energy. So are you. Let's have a look. Black kitten, inner child. Spell work, insights. And we have the healing, rose quartz. You know the answer already. And some of you had some sort of answers you wanted to get, and maybe you didn't want to accept the truth. And that's okay. In your own time. And it's good to say it to yourself. It's like, I don't want to accept this, or I'm going to accept on my own time. Give yourself a time. Because you're going to heal yourself. Time doesn't do nothing. Because very often, if you can see, a lot of people maybe are constantly opening their wounds for whatever reason. And they live in that fear and pain on and on and on. But this situation here is calling you to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to heal yourself. And what you say to yourself is part of spell. As like every single word and belief that you have, it's like the spell work. It's like the prayer. It's your mantra. Some of you maybe feel like you are a black sheep in the family or in your community as well. But I feel like some of you have very, that kind of little kitten and very cute and kind of feisty energy. I'm feeling some of you have very, you can be nice and soft, but then there's the other side. Don't take me for granted. Or I'm gonna, I'm gonna turn from little kitten into proper lioness. Okay, don't test my boundaries, please. You are gonna laugh soon. I feel like some of you haven't laughed for a long time. And that's not funny. That's not healthy. You feel like everyone's watching you, or the world is against you. 17, Star Aquarius, hello. Time to let go. Time to let go. We have Hierophant Taurus here. It's number 5, change. And this situation has taught you something. This is a kind of some sort of karmic lesson. Once you learn it, accept it, you will move on, and you will never experience this lesson in your life again. Because you passed the test. You're done. You've done it. Done. Out with the old, in with the new. Like out with the old here, in with the new. And it's a card of healing. 7 chakras, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Healing that love and light, staying grounded and being in the water. It's very similar to the Temperance cards as well. It's a card of life is moving on. And you are a star. You are amazing. You are the star of the show. Keep shining. Don't dim your light for no or nothing. Let's have a look what action you need to take. What advice? 9 of Wands. Never ever give up on yourself. Oh my God, thank you. Someone just said someone is someone calling themselves stupid or silly or stop doing that. Your inner being is listening. Your inner being is listening. You're amazing. Well, if you don't believe it, I believe in you. Every morning, whatever you look like, go to the mirror, give yourself a high five or a wave. That's what I do. And I said, hi, beautiful. And I'm just have a laugh at myself and just, hello, you know. Don't ever give up on yourself. Wheel of Fortune. Group number 3. You have passed this test. You move on. Life is moving on. Page of Swords. And it's moving on. And Swords about thinking, intelligence, seeing things different, listening, learning, change of course. It's a new path. There's definitely, when I always look at where the Wheel of Fortune is moving to, you are changing the course because you can. Because you, yes, you are the captain of your ship. You are in charge where that boat is going. And this time, the Wheel of Fortune has given a bit of spanners in work because you need to maybe speed up. Maybe you've been too long time being cramped into a room or into grief, into something that finally needs to come out. And so you can start new beginnings and learn new things and have kind of like a fresh feeling, fresh. And it's very soon. This is happening very soon, whenever you're watching. There's something definitely closing. You needed to learn this. Painful lesson as it is, but you're done. You passed the test. 10 out of 10. That's it. Move on. I hope this helps. But if you think someone else might help this video or this message, please share with them. And thank you so much for being here. I'm ever so grateful for your energy and for your support. All right. Love you and leave you. And I'll see you, guess where, in the next reading. Ta-da.